with the Humanities 1110 Action News at 10. Today we are at the Joslyn Castle, a hidden gem in the heart of Omaha. But what is the historical significance of this building? Who were the owners, and what did they bring to the community in the 20th century?
George Joslyn was a natural-born entrepreneur. In 1879, George arrived in Des Moines, Iowa with his wife Sarah after landing a job at a printing press. Nothing but the clothes on their back accompanied them. In 1880, George opened a branch in Omaha and began to accumulate company stock. By 1896, he owned the company, renaming it the Western Newspaper Union. He built an empire of ready print sheets and shipped to over 7,500 small-town newspapers, reaching over 70% of the U.S. population in the early 1900s. The castle was a homage to their wealth and was completed in 1903, built with Scottish baronial influence and the help of their architect John MacDonald. The Joslyns adopted a daughter, Violet, who grew up in Omaha. They also had a son who died as a young child before Violet's existence. Violet attended Brownwell Hall and married David Magowan in 1913. This was the first wedding ceremony that was performed at the castle. It has been a tradition ever since. In 1913, before Violet's wedding, a massive tornado raged through Omaha and destroyed large parts of the grounds the castle stood on. George died in 1916 from complications of a sickness brought on by depression resulting from the destruction of his land. After his death, Sarah focused her efforts on creating a memorial to her late husband in Omaha. Sarah died in 1940.
George and Sarah Joslyn spent a lot of their time volunteering and doing charity work. They also donated significant amounts of their fortune to various organizations in the Omaha area. George donated funds to Omaha University, the YWCA, and the Child Saving Institute. George had also been known to anonymously give money to families in need. Despite all of his donations, George left most of his estate to his wife. Sarah was a trustee for the university and left $50,000 to UNO in her will. She was also one of the founders of the Board of Charities for the City of Omaha. Sarah had a love for plants and animals, too. She donated 100 acres to become part of Fontanelle Forest. In recognition of Sarah's love for animals, the Omaha police chief also made her a sworn humane officer. She was also the honorary vice president of the National Humane Society. Sarah's most well-known contribution to the Omaha area is the Joslyn Art Museum, which was built as a memorial to her husband. These are just a few of the ways the Joslyns gave back to their community.
3902 Davenport Street is the location of the Joslyn Castle. The neighborhood surrounding the castle was formerly known as the Gold Coast for its highly quality homes. From 1880 through 1940, the neighborhood was surrounded by many large mansions for the upper class and the upper middle class. The families that they called the neighborhood home included the McDonalds, who were the architects of the Joslyn Castle, the Stores, the Haydens, and the Barmellers, and the Joslyn themselves. The area was impacted by the construction of the St. Cecilia's Catholic Church, which is also a historic landmark that resides up the street from the Joslyn Castle. In the 1920s, within a one-block radius, there were 3 grocery stores, 3 drugstores, a newspaper, a post office, and a cafe. The Gold Coast was also the original location of the Omaha Community Playhouse. Today, the neighborhood consists of small homes and apartments, St. Cecilia's Catholic School, St. Cecilia's Catholic Church, and a family-owned cafe. The Joslyn Castle is now used for cultural and educational events, tours, and private rentals.
The Joslyn Castle is a significant artifact. To further our knowledge about the beautiful mansion, we took a journey through the castle. During our tour to the Joslyn Castle, the tour leader Mary described the love and passion of art and education that George and Sarah Joslyn obtained. Sarah requested that after her passing, the mansion not be used as a private home, but for educational and community purposes. For that reason, from 1944 to 1989, the Joslyn Castle served as the headquarters for Omaha Public Schools. The castle had to be altered to accommodate the stay of OPS. The room that once served as a dining room for George, Sarah, and their many guests that they had frequently, transformed into the superintendent's office. This office is at the center of the home, which made it desirable for the superintendent's office to allow easy accessibility. Also, when the OPS headquarters settled in, they incorporated an elevator to make mobility around the massive castle possible. Providing their home for the Omaha Public Schools headquarters was not the Joslyn's only contribution to Omaha Public Schools. The Joslyns still participated in furthering the youth's education today through the Joslyn Elementary School. According to the Omaha Public School website, Joslyn School, the home over to 410 Joslyn Jaguars, opened its doors on January 26, 1976. The Joslyns have made a long-lasting imprint on the Omaha community throughout their lives and decades following.
The historical significance of this building is that the Joslyns wanted to display their wealth to the people of Omaha and in return use their prosperity to promote education, arts, and the well-being of the community members. Thank you for joining us here at the Humanities 1110 Action News.